Want to work on your fencing voids without a partner? All you need is a little space and a fencing pendulum. Stay tuned as we go over 3 drills you can do solo at home. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at a fun way that we can work on our giratas or body voids as well as our low line voids, all without a partner. Now one way we can do this is to simply film ourselves performing voids and then analyzing it to find the spots where we can improve on our mechanics, similar to the feint drill we did in our last video. And that's a great way for getting external feedback and really refining our mechanics of voids, but it lacks the dynamic nature of performing a void and a key feature of voids, which is avoiding around an attack. So in this video, we're going to go into a more active voiding drill and one that doesn't require a partner throwing shots at us. Best of all, we don't even need a sword for the first 2 drills either. All we need is a little bit of space and our fencing pendulum. Also, I want to note that these drills were inspired by some of the pendulum drills my wife was doing over the summer while she was taking classes with Kaya Sadowski from the Valkyrie Western Martial Arts Assembly. So I wanted to give them both a special thanks and a special shout out for inspiring the drills in this video. First up, we need to set up our fencing pendulum. A tennis ball weighted with coins works great for this. Hanging the pendulum from the ceiling in the middle of the room is the ideal spot, as it will give you the most space to work with, but these drills still work fine in a narrow space too, like in a doorway. You want to hang the ball so it's about chest height and make sure that it's secured in place. Now there is the likelihood of getting hit by the ball, so wear protective gear like a padded shirt or fencing mask at your own discretion. Our first drill focuses on just the voiding mechanics itself and is a great way for getting a lot of repetitions in a short period of time. You want to start already in measure of your pendulum, get into your stance and draw the ball back past your chest to about ear height. When you're ready, release the ball. Keep your eye on the ball as it travels away from you and then back. When it gets close, perform your void. When the ball passes back, quickly recover and get ready for your next rep. You can do this for all 3 giratas and can be done with or without a sword. We can use this same setup for practice on our low line voids too. For extra difficulty, see how late in the pendulum's arc you can wait before performing the 3 giratas in low voids and still not get hit. You can also play around with the pendulum's target too by having it aimed first at your center line and then moving it closer to your sword arm. By doing this, you can see how the ball's target on your body changes which voids might work best. Now we can take this drill a step further and add in some footwork before the void. This time you want to set up a little bit out of measure of the pendulum's arc. Again, pull the ball back to your face height and let go. Take some advancing steps towards the ball and then voiding it as it's about to hit you. And like the first drill, you can do this with or without a sword in hand. Now I recommend doing a mix of holding your posture after voiding the pendulum, as well as recovering from the void both forward and backwards. By holding the position, we get some stability work in and can make sure that we're in full control of our bodies and not just throwing our weight around. Meanwhile, at speed and about, we don't want to just hang out there in a void in our pose, even if it looks really cool for a photo. So working how we can recover from a void is also super important. This is also a great opportunity to really learn which giratta and low line void works best depending where you are in your footwork. For example, figure out which giratta is easiest to perform when your lead foot is in the air, when it's just landed, or when it's holding a little more of your weight distribution. You might find that what works best for one doesn't work great for the others. The setup for this drill is similar to the first two drills, but you want to put a target a few feet away from the pendulum's bottom position. Now I'm using Rochefort for this demo, but my wife has strapped her couch cushions to an office chair to achieve the same effect, and it works great. So channel your inner MacGyver and get creative. As for performing this drill, set yourself up similar to the second drill, let go of the ball and then advance towards it. Perform your void while continuing forward and striking the target. You want to make sure you're advancing forward with an extended arm and only bending your elbow or breaking your arm after your blow has landed. See what voids works best depending on how close your measure is to the target. For added variation, you can play around with the Pendulums Target like we did in the first drill. Start off with the ball aimed at your center line and then position yourself so it's aimed closer to your sword arm. This drill variation is super useful for practicing voids because not only are we having to strike a target while voiding, but it's also mixing in our footwork, measure, and tempo in our defensive target, all aspects that we need to consider and quickly analyze to perform a successful void in a bout. So one thing that might happen in these drills is you find yourself getting hit more often than not. If that happens, there are a few checkpoints that you want to look at. First, are you moving in good order? In the case of our giratas, we want our back shoulder moving first to get our torso off the line of attack ASAP. For your low voids, you want to make sure you're bending towards your inside line and not leaning forward into the line of attack. If you're already in a more forward lean posture, something akin to the Fabris stance or forward guard we see in the other Italian masters, you can worry less about the lean to the inside line and more about just getting super low. For giratas, you may also want to play around with how much of an arc you can put in your back when voiding. But please, 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 please be smart when it comes to your spinal flexion, especially if you have a history of back issues. Secondly, are you moving soon enough? Now it's good to get an idea of how late you can move and avoid getting struck, but if you're getting hit a lot, you might be moving too late. So try moving a lot earlier and then slowly increasing your wait time before performing your void. This will gradually increase the difficulty of the drills while allowing you a series of successes. And lastly, are you using the right void? If the pendulum is aimed close to your sword arm, a simple giratta might not be enough to get your body off the line of attack. This is especially true with folks with larger chests. Trying to get super profile, like we do with giratas, might not actually make you a smaller target, and a different void is required to get you further off that line of attack. If you run into any other issues, leave it in the comment section below, and I'll try to help you out as best I can. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed these 3 drills for working on your voids at home. Let me know if you come up with any other void drills with the pendulum in the comment section below. Also, give this video a like if you enjoyed the drills, and hit the subscribe button so you can catch when the next video comes out. Till next time.